Well, what we had here. So, I've done the project Stung. It was a movie about giant wasps, and they make a lot of trouble. And we built really cool, huge animatronic versions of them. But also we built these really small ones. And I had a great sculptor in who's doing the miniature work of it, and he really catches all the details and it looks similar to the big one. That was great, and it was genius. And I found in my stock one version of it. I kept it for around 12 years. We shoot this movie in 2013, and today's the day where we built everything together. The stang is broken there, but well, that's not important for it. I had this idea to build this little diorama where the wasp is standing on a cliff, and in the cliff you have a little bit like Mount Rushmore carved in the name of the project, and film it in the dark, and you have a light under the wasp that makes everything looks pretty cool. And this is what I'm trying to do here. At the moment we are mounting the wasp. I think this is all leftover parts. We built this leftover parts because we had it on the set, the miniature version mounted to the party people there in the movie, and they are running around with it, and they broke it a lot of times. And this is backup stuff, but it's beautiful painted and finished, so I didn't have to do anything here, and I can't give me any credit for this model. But here we see it completely assembled. I'm pretty happy with it. Of course it has a little damages and a little bit air bubbling in the wings, but well, it is what it is, and I love it. Okay, after we are finished with the wasp, I take care on the mountain where she has to stand on the top. I carved out of installation foam the name of the project, and after that also the mountain. It's a super common technique. I got this styrofoam from my local hardware store, and I cut everything apart. Here we are just checking if everything fits. And of course, I'm a really bad example. You have to wear gloves. Protect yourself if you're doing this, especially if you're working with sharp knives. So please be better than me. All right, here we put everything together. This will be the mountain we are working with, and we're putting the name on the front. Yes, and we're adding, of course, more styrofoam. And here we're cutting everything apart. And here you see I don't wear gloves. I'm really sorry about that. So don't show this to your kids, and be better than me. But nothing happened. So I didn't cut myself. It's unusual, I know, but everything works out pretty well. Yeah, and it's a lot of cutting and a lot of curving. This is our base form. I pretty liked it. I hit it with sandpaper to remove the structure and bring everything a little closer together. And then we spent a lot of time in finding the right shape. Yeah, it was a little bit too big, the letters, so I cut them in half. That works much better for me. And here we have the whole thing put together. And now we have to make stone structure. So I use different techniques, everything together. I cut it out with a knife, I press it in with a tool, and I sanded it with a Dremel, that we found the right structure for the stones. So I think there's nothing more to say to it. So take a look on it yourself. Yeah, this is my Dremel. I know it is not Dremel, it's a Proxon. I can't help myself. My father used Proxon a lot, and this put me in the area of also using this tool and not a Dremel, but of course they are nearly the same, so please forgive me that I call it Dremel the whole time. Yeah, this is a fun part to find the right shape, and you need to combine every technique you found. So you have to cut out the cracks with a knife and refining it with some tools and with some sandpaper, that everything came together pretty well. And you on a point you have to stop, because you will never done with it. So you will ever find a spot where you say, oh, here we can do a little bit more. And it is in the movie industry, you don't have too much time for it. So there you have a natural ending of it, because you can't spend forever for it, because someone will tell you we need it in an hour, so go on and hurry up. And I think this is the point where I thought, okay, we are good for it. Yeah. Okay, here we are smoothing the rough edges out with a little acetone. That melts down the styrofoam, so you have to be really careful that you don't use too much. And for the paint, I just using a regular acrylic paint, a little bit mixed with water, and I put a wood glue inside of it. I think you have something similar called Mod Pod, but I'm not sure if it's the same. But it makes everything a little bit more stiff. And here I'm going with a layer of acrylic structure paste, just to cover a little bit the point where the different installation foam plates came together, to make everything more smooth. Yeah, this is the base plate where everything is mounted on. I just painted black. I wasn't pretty happy with the color because it was too shiny, and I don't want it shiny. I hit it with a spray can of clear coat, a matte one, but it's still a little bit shiny. Yeah, and here we are going again after the structure paste is completely dry, and give another base color, that we have an even color to start the dry brushes and the refining. Yeah, and the dry brushing, I use a gray. I don't like to hit it with a white. I think this is too hard, and the gray is pretty nice. You can, I use different versions of it, a darker one and a lighter one, and this is pretty much it. It's for me totally enough. In the end, I would like to. I wish I put a little bit green and brown in, but it's okay for that. So, yeah, here this is a really light wash of black. So it's a really liquid one. We put water in a black acrylic, put it in the cracks, and hit it with a towel just to remove a little bit, that you don't just have it in the lower points. And by the way, my English is horrible, I know that. So you can, if you want, turn off the sound, but I'm working on it. Maybe it will be better next time. Yeah, but this is so much fun to hit it with the color and finding the right spots for everything, so I really enjoyed it. We're almost done. So this is the final position of the Wasp, but I installed it a little bit light in there. So we use some LEDs. Here I'm gluing down the battery pack for it. I cut out a little space that you can turn it on and off. Nothing special. I'm not an electrician, so I try to use stuff that's already existing in the world, and I don't have to create electronics myself. There you can see the little 4 white dots. I glue it in with the structure paste and hit it after it with a little bit color, because I just want a little bit light there. I don't want that it's too bright. And in my idea, it looks pretty, in my mind, it looks pretty cool in the dark when the Wasp is shining from underneath. So let's see the finished shot you will see what I tried to create. And here we glue her down with a two-component epoxy. And you can see there the LEDs are glowing. So it's just a little bit light, but in the dark it looks pretty cool. Okay, I can't resist. I put some red in this whole diorama. I mean, the Wasp are doing a lot of trouble and producing a lot of red stuff in the movie, so this is feels right for me. I hope you don't mind. And here you can see the whole thing. It's pretty bright, the light, so everything is overlighted. But in a moment we see it in the dark. Yes, and this is what I hope to get. I pretty liked it. I hope you like it too. Enjoy it, and if you liked it, press the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I hope I see you next time. Enjoy it. Thank you for watching.